interest in Lea, Riverside from all the way over in Cambridge, Massachusetts, USA. And it looks like a great start here for both crews. And you were talking about the changeable conditions here, Mo. Both of these crews, Cox is on board, which they'll be grateful for this morning.
They will be grateful for. Means they should steer straighter than when a rower is using his foot, getting distracted as the pain rushes through his body, and his brain maybe getting distracted when he should be steering. But both crews fantastic off of the island here. It's a wonderful shot, and this is the real beauty of the Brit Challenge Cup. You're going to get some tight racing, and you're going to get some dramatic turns of speed.
And that turn of speed now will come off the end of the island as these crews settle down into that racing rhythm. Often crews will spin through those first few strokes on the start and now look to lengthen out and bring that stroke rating down. We're looking here at Riverside Boat Club. August Felso, the 29-year-old in the stroke seat here, 14 years of rowing experience underneath his bar. A great person to be setting the rhythm here in this American crew. Yeah,
a great person to be setting the rhythm. Just seeing that the Cox, the stroke and the Carl at 3 are all engineers, so maybe there's some unique set of engineering and biomechanics work being done to their boat, but no, they've blasted off the island, which is fantastic. The conditions are a little bit bouncy there with some launch watch, but they've handled that well. But the Lea Rowing Club in the Brit Challenge 4, you just must stay in the race. That's the beauty. It can flick over a course of about 100, 200 metres if you put in a sudden surge, and the Riverside Boat Club maybe have a duff stroke and can almost get back into the race.
Yeah, that distance between these two crews has not changed, has it, Mo? That's been held there, and Lea actually, I think, maybe creeping centimetres with this base pace back on towards the stern of the Riverside Boat Club crew.
Yeah, and it's really nice, and both crews are rowing really well here. The crew from the Riverside Boat Club U.S.A, they look like they've got a lovely rhythm. They're really nice and relaxed around the finish. Their hands come out right nice and quick, which is lovely to see.
Yeah, two of this crew on the left-hand side of your pitch from Riverside Boat Club. Loved Henley so much they've returned again. Alexander Atterley in the 2-seat, raced in the Temple Challenge Cup last year for Virginia University. We've also got Aidan Lee, the stroke seat. My apologies, I said it was August Felso earlier. That's the Cox. Just getting my eye in, Mo, on these cruise sheets. But it was in fact Aidan Lee we saw on the stroke seat there, who qualified for the Thames Challenge Cup 2 years ago with the Riverside B boat. So lots of Henley experience in this left-hand side crew from the USA. But Lee, look at this. They're holding them really to just no more than a length here. No more than a length,
and that can be part of the plan, especially if you have a good turn of speed. You might want to try and put in a large push as you come through into the enclosures around Remnant. But you speak of experience down this course. It is so unique that experience really does come into play, especially when you can tell other members in your boat what might happen in a race, the feeling, and almost other little things around where you should be steering. What a fantastic shot of the crews as you go overhead here.
Oh, Mo, I think this is going to be another wonderful race. We've seen a couple this morning already. If you've been with us on the live stream, we saw that brilliant race in the Club 4s earlier between London and Upper Thames. But here in this race with Lee, they are really pushing now through the centre part of this course, through the Forley, and trying to latch on to Riverside Boat Club, have come all this way. They want to stay in the competition of this Club Coxed Fours event. Lea Rowing Club, British Rowing Club of the Year 2022-23, so they've had a great season last year and looking to build on that this year at Henley.
Yeah, I've been speaking to a few of their members actually a few weeks ago. They've got such a community feel. It's not just about rowing, it's about opening their club up to the wider community. They have various different things, activities that take place. It's not just a building with boats in, it's a community hub. They're trying to bring the local East End of London into the boat club, doing various activities, and it's fantastic to see.
I love that, and they are such a, they're a big unit there, North London. They're based in Spring Hill, Hackney, so on the other end of London to where we are here in Berkshire. But they're giving that a really good go. We're coming in towards Upper Thames now. There's a great shot of August Felso. We talked about him earlier, the 29-year-old with that 14 years worth of experience. A software engineer. You're talking about the mechanics of the boat. We've got 4 engineers on board of this Riverside Boat Club crew. Maybe that's got something to do with it, Mo.
Maybe it has got something to do with it, but they have some great pedigree. They were one of the first amongst the clubs at the head of Charles River in the Club 8. While this is a different event, they still transfer that pedigree into the club fours, and it's fantastic to see all of these rowers will have a career outside of rowing. This is not full-time rowers, as you can see on these 10 rows on your screen here. So it's fantastic to see the variety that both of the crews are bringing to this event.
Absolutely, and I think the variety of athletes that we've got here in the 3-seat for Lee on screen. Ryan Cheel, the physics teacher, also leads the junior programme at Lea Rowing Club. So you talk about that community feel. Even people in this crew who are racing here at Henley have also got other responsibility, bringing the next generation of crews through.
And that's very important to keep a rowing club like Lee and other clubs across this country of ours thriving and surviving. You want people to volunteer their time back into the sport, coach the juniors, bring up the next level, because that in turn will bring on the next coaches, the next rowers to compete at Henley Royal Regatta and maybe beyond.
And maybe beyond. And you can see there a great shot of the mile and the 8th, the last of the kind of signal boards that you get ahead of the progress board here on this 2,112 metre course, one of the most famous rowing courses in the world. And that Riverside Boat Club crew that's come all the way from the east coast of America will have their sights set on the final few strokes here towards the finish line. A few hundred metres to go, and great shot there again of Felso in the Cox's. What's he going to be saying to this crew now?
Well, this is a unique situation with the Coxes. They're bow loaded, so they actually can't really see the crew behind them. So I spoke earlier around the challenges a stroke man might have in the 8, or a woman might have in the 8 when they lose the lead. But for the Cox, he's in a wonderful position. He can see the finish line. He's just going to drive his crew continually down the course, and he'll probably have the bow person in Stephen Sparks relaying back.
And there is Ethan Smart, and you can see the calls being made here, and it's a desperate last attempt here for Lea Rowing Club. We spoke about Ryan Cheel earlier. He made the final of the Coxless version of this event, the Y-Folds, 2 years ago, but it doesn't look like it's set to be another final for him here. If you're tuning in from Cambridge, Massachusetts at 6 o'clock in the morning, good morning to you. You'll be pleased to see that Riverside Boat Club have managed to fend off the early challenge from Lea Rowing Club. They will be almost a length of clear water up on Lea Rowing Club from North London through the line, and that will be Lea Rowing Club's Britannia Challenge Cup campaign done and dusted for 2024. Riverside Boat Club to see another day.
Very impressed by Riverside Boat Club there. It was a strong performance.